Indonesia, one of the most populous islands in the world, with its great archipelago system. Consisted with a lot of elements, Indonesia holds one of the biggest and greatest biodiversity the world has today. It is undeniable either that nature is the key for our existence, for our survival. And so hence today in this short video, let us discuss furthermore, especially on Java Island. And since right now I'm at the spot itself in Kabupaten Pandeglang or Pandeglang Regency, let us focus in this beach which has a great coral reef system and underwater ecosystem. So now let's dive into the video. See you guys.
So Banten, with its highly active population, is one of the major provinces in Indonesia. Despite being roughly the size of Vermont, it still offers lots of biomes: ocean reefs, rainforests, rivers, mountains, etc. Being in the middle of Asia and Australia, Banten has a monsoon climate. Now, what is a monsoon climate? A monsoon climate is a climate that is affected by seasonal wind changes. In Banten's case, the wind changes direction from Australia to Asia from October to April, and from Asia to Australia from April to October. The wind from Australia is generally drier than its Asian counterpart, so Banten experiences dry and wet seasons in those periods. In the ocean reefs of Pandeglang, we can find species such as the humpback rays. In the Banten River, we can find the Amazon shellfin catfish, which is not the Amazon by the name. In Mount Pulau Sari, we can find the Javan rusa, and in the Duriozibesinus, the most common species of durian. And in the Ujung Kulon National Park, which is a rainforest, we can find iron palm and leopard.
Okay, so now I'm going to tell you guys about the three types of biodiversity. First being genetic, species, and ecosystem biodiversity. The ocean reef in Pandeglang is an example of an ecosystem biodiversity because of the difference in habitats and a lot of different species living among them in one ecosystem. There are two categories for ecosystem, which are ex situ and in situ. Ujung Kulon is an example of in situ ecosystem since it's from nature, not man-made art. However, Bogor Botanical Garden is a kind of ex situ garden since it is artificially made by man. Another type of biodiversity is genetic diversity. It has different genes contained in all individual plants, animal and fungi and microorganisms. It occurs within a species as well as between species. While species diversity is all the differences within and between population of species, as well between different species. There are some of the example of species diversity that are from Banten. Macan Jawa or Panthera pardus, elang Jawa or Nicertus bartellisis. Also there is owa Jawa, which is Hylobates molox.
One reason why we should maintain biodiversity is to keep the ecosystem stable from extinction. For example, if one species in the ecosystem, let's say the salmon, disappears because I built a dam in the river, there are other species that its predators can eat, like the catfish. If there is only a few species, its removal will cause more damage to the ecosystem than ones with more species. Another reason is to have a wide variety of natural resources. So, soybeans, which are used for frying oil in East Asia, can be substituted with coconut oil if a soybean harvest fails.
So now I'm going to tell you guys about the benefit of having biodiversity. Biodiversity helps us by providing us with benefits such as fresh air, all kinds of food such as mushroom, basils, and many more. Also with the forest, it can help with weather pattern which could prevent drought or flood, and furthermore with many kinds of plants, it can be used in the future for research, and for with the improvement of technology we can maybe provide a cure for incurable disease that's don't have cure right now.
Sadly, Banten is under threat for several reasons. The first being overhunting. There are laws that protect indigenous animals and plants. However, the local government has not adequately policed illegal hunting and fishing because one vast coastline is harder to police than the rainforest. The second reason is the loss of habitats. Because, for example, are under threats by water pollution caused by untreated industrial waste and global warming. And to some extent, natural disasters like the 2018 tsunami that recently hit the region.
Because of the importance of biodiversity, we need to help to preserve it for for the future of our generation. Here are some ways which we can help to preserve biodiversity and the continuation of biodiversity in the forest or other area. First, with the government legislation, it could help with illegal logging and hunting for animals. With that, it can help the biodiversity with the habitat loss of animal and also the extinction of the species. Also next is nature reserve. Nature reserve could help us with endangered animal which has a low population and can go extinct without human help. We could also help biodiversity by making a habitat restoration which could help animal to have a new home. We can also help to preserve biodiversity by using and purchasing sustainable product which won't hurt the environment.
And so, you heard it already. Our nature is under attack. The heterogeneity and variety of bioorganism and biodiversity is being threatened by human actions. However, being aware of the current situation and uniting our vision in freeing the nature may slow down the pace. So, let us cohere our hope, expanding our views towards the future. Let us step ahead together by offering hope for the future generations to come.